Welcome to Naledi's Subspace.
What's good, everybody? What's going on? My name is Naledi Mketezi, and thank you so much for coming through and checking this video out. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about university versus workplace as a software engineer, and I must tell you, Bana, life is better on the other side. I know a lot of people are like, the grass ain't greener on the other side, but like, honey, it is, best believe. So I'm just gonna be sporting out a couple of differences, not a couple, major. Okay, so as a software engineer, I will tell you one thing: all the code that they make you write, all sorts of programs that they make you write. I remember we were doing some writing unnecessary code. That's what it is. That's what university entails. You writing unnecessary code, you solving unnecessary problems. Guys, it's not realistic, but I understand that those algorithms might be used and needed elsewhere, but like, honestly, there's absolutely no use for all of that. So that's difference number one. Code that you write at work is much better. It's not complicated. It's not like, no, they say, okay, I don't know, whatever, those are necessary things. They say, I'll write a program that's gonna do this and do that unnecessarily out of the blue at work. They're just like, no, just make sure that a person is able to do this, a person is able to do that, which is like most often it's like straightforward. And then the challenges would come when you have to integrate services from what do you call this, from external service providers, or like third party. Yes, when you have to integrate those external services from the external third party providers, so which then could be a bit of a hassle, but it's just one of those things whereby already there's like systems in place, or there's a way to get data or to pass through data to third party or from third party, which is okay, okie dokie, fine. And another thing I can tell you is that when you work, you have the ability to chill, not chill, but like, with school you don't have a weekend, you don't have what you're just studying 24/7. Your work needs to be done and whatnot. For as much as, yes, there is deadlines at work, but it's not as bad as it is when you're at school, because at school you have computer science, informatics, calculus, linear algebra, electrotechniques, applied mathematics, whatever other modules it is that you do take together with your majors. So it's like, it's more straightforward, focused. This is what you do, this is your task, complete it, move on to the next one, and then you get paid. And the pressure is there, but it's not a lot. There's those days where you get like, high priority items that are like P1s, that are labeled as P1s, that they like urgent, so you need to work on them, which is like, okay, you just need to be in the right state, that you're able to like fix problems and think on your feet and whatnot. It's honestly not an icebreaker. Moving right along. So another major difference is that when you're in varsity, you're given an opportunity to be creative. You're given an opportunity to do whatever you want, especially in your third year project in informatics, software engineering. That's what you do. You do a project, you get to solve any problem that you want to solve, and you get to use any technology that you want to use. Compared to the workplace, you do not choose, literally. Like, the company decides what framework they want to use, what technologies they want to use, and you have to use just that. You can't now decide that, okay, we don't use jQuery, and there you are, when you want to use jQuery. We don't use C#, there you are, when you want to use C#. You must abide or comply with the programming standards, with the whatever standards it is that they've set for the software engineering process. So basically that's just about it, and you don't get to be funky and cool about it, and add beautiful features. So basically they mean business, companies mean business. You can't now be building some biometrics functionality that is not needed. So you pretty much do everything that is, you have requirements that you work with. You don't design your own requirements. You don't, what I'm trying to say. right? So no matter how much fancy you would like to go, but you're not allowed to, because this is what you have to do. And yeah, if the system is very plain, unfortunately you can't now want to add color. You know, the look and feel, it's theirs, like you do not own it whatsoever. So it's one of those things whereby, you know, you're not really allowed to be creative and go all out and do all sorts of crazy things as you would when you're in university, because it's your system, you can do whatever you want. Okay. And another difference, or in workplace versus university, I mean, let me think. I think it would be the fact that university is not nice. There's too many pressures, and you know, when you get to the workplace, you sort of like grown, and not necessarily grown, but if you've been to university, if you didn't go, then this point is probably not for you. So basically, if you've been to university, you will know the pressures are very, very high. Now you're worried about failing, you're worried about all sorts of things. Even at work, you can get fired, like literally. So you have to make sure that you up your A game, you complete your tasks, and yeah, you comply with whatever standards they've set for the company and for all developers. So you have to make sure that you don't break stuff. You always make sure that whatever it is that you do is to the T, okay, which makes you, you know, responsible for whatever things that might go wrong with the code that you've written, which I feel like it makes sense, because come on, now we can't now lose money because of your mistakes. So pretty much, and that is just about it. Those are the only things I can think of, because I said all of this from the top of my head, because you know what I'm saying, I didn't get enough time to like sort of think of it, but those I think are the main points that I strongly believe that they were like the difference. And basically they could help, like I feel like I would have had someone, you know, tell me all of that, because imagine worrying about code in varsity, no knowing ba sana you're not going to be writing tree data structures at work. You know what I'm saying? So pretty much, do not stress yourselves out. It's always gonna work out. So we're not just to work on knowing, just work on, you know, practicing your simple algorithms that involve the loops, the for each, while loop, and all of that. And also pretty much, yeah, that's the one of the main components, and all the other stuff that you need. And then tree data structures, there are companies who use them, but they're not like famous, like it's not a thing, if you get what I'm saying. Okay, so that's it from me. Thank you so much everybody for watching. Please do like, subscribe, comment, do whatever it is that you got to do. So see you in my next video. So my next video will most probably be about, it will be a story time or a video about well, I'll be reviewing the Apple AirPods. So yeah, please do check that out. So later on in early next week I'll be working on that. And bye.